The sprawling District 17 Senate seat was recently redrawn and now includes all of Monterey, San Benito, and Santa Cruz counties and the northern part of San Luis Obispo County. 4 people are running for the seat. They are in alphabetical order: John Laird, the incumbent, Michael Oxford, Eric Tao, and Tony Verretta.
I've had 46 bills signed into law in 3 years on a wide range of things, and I really still have a lot to do.
Senator Laird is hoping voters will send him back to the state capitol for one last term. The seasoned politician, if reelected, would be forced out because of term limits.
It's not just the experience, and I bring it. It's not just the knowledge, I bring it. It's really the fire to still get things done with the knowledge and the experience. And so I think it really makes a difference.
Laird, a registered Democrat, says he got legislation signed into law addressing climate change, helped increase funding for education and college housing, and was key in getting millions to help communities rebuild after last year's floods. But one of his biggest achievements, getting legislation approved that helped save Watsonville Hospital.
That's where I think the experience matters, and the knowledge of the community matters, and the commitment to getting things done matters. And I probably can't even predict the things that would come up in the next 5 years, but there'll be another Watsonville Hospital.
There already is. It's called Hazel Hawkins Hospital, the only hospital in San Benito County currently in bankruptcy proceedings and looking for a new partner.
It's going to take doing all the business in public, and it's going to take a lot of us at different governmental levels trying to do a piece to make sure it happens. They're not out of the woods yet, but I think there's a path for them.
Laird says with the state looking down a $38 billion deficit, this is not the time for a rookie lawmaker.
I think this is a difficult time for anybody that would have on-the-job training. And we figured out ways before, and there's so many nuances in the budget.
Michael Oxford is an audiovisual technician and podcaster.
All of this stuff, they could stop all of this, but legislation doesn't allow them to.
Oxford says California has lost its way.
That's why I'm doing this, because everything is out of control and everyone has lost their minds. And someone needs to stand up and tell everyone, you've lost your mind, and we need to stop doing this.
The registered libertarian wants to keep trans men out of women's sports.
And then when did we get to a point when it's okay for teachers to just decide they can have sexual conversations with our children without parental consent? When did this happen?
The podcaster also wants to fund the police and push for a state constitutional carry that would allow responsible citizens to carry guns in public.
The cops can't protect us. They've disarmed us. They've made us sitting ducks. Yes, the only solution to this problem is allowing us to defend ourselves and making it legal to use potentially deadly force if someone is trying to steal our property.
Oxford wants to bring back tough on crime laws to get fentanyl and criminals off the street.
And then you also got to throw illegal immigration in there, because we're a sanctuary state and illegal immigrants repeatedly commit serious crimes and they're not deported.
The Senate hopeful wants to repeal the gas tax, end the offshore wind project, and bring back nuclear energy. Oxford says his ideas will help make California great again.
If you love California and you hate what it's become, even if you don't like me, I'm not asking you to like me. I'm not here to make friends. If you want someone who's actually going to be for the people and actually wants to fix California, that's why you vote for me.
Eric Tao is a computer science professor at Cal State Monterey Bay.
I see over the years, California, a state I really love, is leaning way too much to the left. And I love our state. I love our country.
Tao, a registered Republican, is running on a platform he calls PET, P-E-T, P standing for public safety. Tao, too, wants to bring back tough on crime laws where law and order are enforced.
So we can feel safe, not only in Monterey, but when we drive to San Francisco, we don't have to worry about leaving our bag in our car. We don't have to worry about if we have a convenience store, people will come in and take $950 and work out without any consequences.
Education, the second component of Tao's platform, keeping gender identity and sexual orientation out of the classroom.
Not putting those ideas into a 6 years old, 8 years old. People are searching, and if you push them towards one direction, they might be very confused. What if a kid decide to change its gender and have operation, then 5 years from that, they regret. The damage is already done.
The final letter in Tao's pet platform, T for tax reform.
More and more, we add to the text, but people are walking away. They are voting by their foot. They are leaving California, and that's one of the major reasons we have this budget shortfall. So we need to look at tax as a way we know that tax is taking your and my dollar away.
Tao also believes in restoring traditional family values, protecting private property rights, and less government.
So I'm running to bring a brighter California, to build a better future for ourselves and definitely for our next generation.
Finally, Tony Verretta, former Army Ranger, now veterans advocate.
I want to take it into a larger role, jump into deeper water. I mean, I know how to serve my community, now I want to serve my district.
Verretta is widely known in the Salinas Valley as a community advocate and for starting the annual Veterans Parade in Salinas. Verretta says he has the GOP endorsement in every county in the district.
They're backing me. They're saying, okay, you're the horse that's going to run for us. Now it's up to me to take that responsibility, and I take it really seriously, to go after this race. I have the energy. I'm young enough right now. I have the energy to go after this, and now's the time to do it.
Verretta says a top priority will be combating crime, holding criminals accountable for their rampant crime and drug problem.
And where they'll commit a crime, and maybe after a few hours, we'll be right back on the streets. And it empowers these criminals because they kind of know that already. So it's just, I think that's the first thing, is just strengthening some laws and against crime.
Verretta says he'll also prioritize more housing and more money for education.
And that's the thing, giving them a fair chance. I'm retired now, and there are future leaders. All these young men and women out there and going to schools right now, there are future leaders, our future council members, our future mayors, our future president for anything. And they need a fair chance. They need a fair chance of getting that.
The rising cost of living in the Golden State, also another priority.
That's something we need to get around. We need to make better. We need to not only these professionals to come to this area, but to stay in this area and make this area. So that's the economy is important to me.
But the Army veteran has a tough fight ahead. He and the others are going against a seasoned politician with deep pockets.
I'm going after a longtime politician. But at the same time, though, he's going after a veteran. He's going after a Latino. And the one way to win through all of my endorsements is to get the Latino vote.
If no one gets more than 50% of the vote, the top two candidates will go on to the November general election. In Salinas, Felix Cortez, KSBW, Action News 8.